Greetings of the world, everyone. Welcome to STEMGo, saving time, energy, and money in your beautiful small business. Today, we've got a special guest, Uwe Jacobs. Hi, Uwe. How are you doing?
Hi, Karen. I'm going great. And yourself?
I'm awesome. So tell people where you are today. Yeah.
Well, physically, I'm located in Melbourne, in Australia. What we do is we are property investment consultants. My wife and I have a good portfolio of properties, and we have a separate company. We're doing okay. But it wasn't always that way. You know, we were running around with stressful jobs, just making ends meet, and got taken advantage when we started off with our property investing by scrupulous agents and vendors. So we treat this as a business. And I thought I can share some insights about business and property investing, which is really the same. It's all business.
Yes, that would be awesome. For anybody who's listening to Uwe, yes, he has a different accent to the Australians, of course. So you're originally from Germany, right?
Sorry?
You're originally from Germany, we were talking about earlier, weren't we?
Yes. I've been in Australia for 32 years, and slowly but surely the corners are rounding off.
That's awesome. So for anyone that doesn't know, this show is STEMGo, saving time, energy, money in your business, or being more efficient and effective with those things. Because, you know, to be a business owner, it isn't all fun. We do have to kind of put some energy and some effort into what we do. But at the same time, it's about not putting too much into the wrong places, isn't it? So for you as a business owner, being in property investment, tell us a little bit about what the things were for you that have made a big difference in terms of you being efficient and effective as a business owner.
Well, really, especially when we look at property investing as a business and or as business in general terms, I find that too many people and companies get stuck ultimately on cash flow. As far as I'm concerned, cash flow is king. You see, in the last 14 years, we've been full-time property investors and helped people with great property investments. But too many people, in our view, get stuck on what I call the negative gearing line. Mm-hmm. And they think it's a great thing to get tax advantages. However, you're losing still 70 cents on the dollar. So you need to make sure that in business, the cash flow is sufficient for you to run your business effectively. And there are really two terms or two kinds of cash flow. One is what I call the short-term income. In property investment, that's the rental yield. And the other one is the long-term income. In property investment, that's capital growth. Again, no difference in business. In business, your short-term income is your daily monthly revenue. Your long-term income is the value of the company.
Sure.
And again, it's amazing to me the parallels that we can draw. In property investment, you can sell the property at the end with the capital growth. In business, you do the same on the increased asset value of the business. So, and I often refer to, and don't worry, I'll keep it clean, the 3 sheets of toilet paper theory.
Okay. We like analogies. We do.
Well, it's simple. You make do with what you've got. When you're sitting on the toilet and there is only 3 sheets of toilet paper left, you make it work. And that's what I suggest to do with cash flow as well. A lot of people go out and go into massive expenses, big leases, staff, offices, when they start off with their business.
Sure.
And my suggestion is that it is best to have your business expenses grow as your business grows. Sure. So make do with what you've got. Does that make sense?
That does make a lot of sense. And, you know, my nan taught me that little trick from a very, very, very young age. Absolutely. It does make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. And, you know, it is very, very easy to grow your expenses. But to curtail expenses is hard. And most people find it difficult. So the trick in growing and owning a business is really keep your expenses in check.
Sure. That makes a whole lot of sense. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. You need to have a balance in life, in business, in expense and in income. And the moment your expenses go over your income, that's a doomsday scenario.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. And so how else? You talk about also the queen. Let's keep it regal. The queen of being productive in business.
On your alley, with your heritage and where you're coming from, cash flow is king and being organized as queen.
Absolutely.
Well, it's and look, there's so much going on the regal scene at the moment. With some additions as well. So let's go back. Being organized as queen, you know, having a plan at the very outset of where do I want to end up with is, I think, just impossible to work without.
Sure.
So, you know, I mean, it is a matter of where am I at now? Where do I want to go? And then, and only then, can I devise a plan of how to get there. Yes. I find many people just storm ahead and do things and are wildly busy. Doing what? You know? So
if we relate this to people that, because you guys help other people to invest wisely and well, to make a profit from investing in properties, right? Residential properties. So if someone came to you and didn't have a plan, what would be your first rule of thumb to them? You know, if they hadn't got any idea what they were doing, where they were going and how they were going to do it. I know we haven't got a lot of time today, but is there a kind of a sense of how you would help them to jump onto that first ladder to have a plan?
Absolutely. Well, the first question is, where do we want to end up? It's got to start from. And we want to flesh that out, including into financial numbers of what's the value of income that you want to live off at the end.
Yeah.
Then the next question is, where are we at? If I'm, let's say, 14 and have no income, it's pretty hard to get into the first property investment.
It is.
However, even there I can start and devise a plan of getting my deposits. So there is no earliest time, there's no latest time. The youngest investor in our team was 24, the oldest was 82.
Awesome.
So there is no excuse. So once we've devised where we're at and where we're going, we can then set out a plan of how to get there. Sure. And there's many different ways and strategies. But we strongly believe in balance. Again, bringing it back to business, getting the balance right between short-term cash flow, between rental yield, and between long-term, which is the asset appreciation. One without the other doesn't work. It's no good having huge increase in value if you can't fund and hold the property. Sure. On the other hand, it is, in my view, very much of a waste to have, I don't know, $100 worth of cash flow per month, but no asset appreciation, because the big money is made in the asset appreciation.
Yes.
So, you know, I love the adage of it's all about balance.
It is. It's so true, isn't it? In not just in all walks of, in all areas of life, it is all about the balance. And in yours, it's the real balance as well as the metaphorical balance. That's awesome. So how can people, because you've got a lot of knowledge there, Uwe, you've got years, 32 years perhaps of, have you been doing it for 32 years since you first came into Australia?
The investment side I've been doing for 15 years.
15 years.
Before that was 25 years of big corporate infrastructure projects.
Awesome.
That's where the legal admin and project management side came from. But, you know, that's again, there's no right, no wrong. But I found out 25 years in employment, I had to do it myself. I had to do it my way, you know. And
for sure.
that is probably the last tip that we can fit in. Stand up, be counted, and do it your way, warts and all, you know, because at the very least we can say we have given it a good shot, and have whatever the outcome is yours. And it's a great vehicle to set up a lifestyle in balance.
Yes. We've got a theme going on here, Uwe. We really have. So 15 years of awesome experience, 25 years of working, you know, in an industry where you've learned a lot of things that you had to do yourself. Let's talk about how people can get hold of you to enable them to get closer to you in order to get some of this information for them. Because there's a lot of people right now that would love the idea of being able to create an investment for their pension, for their retirement, for their, you know, for whatever, you know, and it's a great way to do that if you've got some initial capital to put into it, that is. So how can people get closer to you and learn more about what you've done and what you do? Sure.
The easiest way is our website, which is www.propertyfriends with the plural S, so propertyfriends.com.au. Actually, allow me to make a special offer to the valuable viewers of this broadcast.
Awesome.
I'd like to make an offer. We have a free report, which is titled The 7 Biggest Mistakes That Investors Make and How to Avoid Them. That can be found. There's a banner right at the top of the website. Okay. I'm happy to make that available for 7 days.
Awesome.
So if people want to jump on the website, propertyfriends.com.au, they will get that report. I make no apologies that it's quite long. Because if you do it, you might as well do it right and
absolutely
provide some valuable and good information. So that's the best way.
So people can hop on and download that for free.
Yeah.
But within the next 7 days. And so I'll put the link to that on the show notes as well. And I'll be sharing this around lots of places after the show. So that's an awesome offer there, Uwe, and thanks. It's been a pleasure having you on the show and talking today about some regal, important balancing things. Some awesome tips. Awesome tips. So thanks so much for joining us and have a beautiful and productive day.
Thank you. Same to you, Karen. All the best. Thank you.
All the best. Take care. Bye-bye now. So thank you so much to our beautiful guest there, Uwe Jacobs, for joining us today, giving you some beautiful and awesome tips, stunning tips on saving time, energy and money, actually, in business. We managed to cover, I think, all 3 there in that kind of brief show. So I'm going to put some show notes on the show after this, so that I'll be sharing this around. So please do get onto Uwe's website and download that special offer that he has for you for the next 7 days. And so that's all from me today. If you want more tips and interviews and content and et cetera, on saving time, energy, and money in your business, small business, do come on over to our STEMGo Facebook page and we'd love to have you there. All the best for now. Have a great and productive day. Bye for now.